The Man Who Saw the Next Page, Part 3. This is a continuation of Part 2 for those who are just tuning in. As I sat on the rock, when I looked up to the sky, the sun is about to set. It is already evening, dusk to dawn. Immediately I flipped to the next page. We are in chapter 5 of the book that I saw on the floor. The writer says, and I read, "Whatever fire burns, it will turn black. And when it turns black, the ashes will be seen. And when the ashes are picked up, it will be blown into the air." Many great men and women have come and gone in the past. They did great things when they were around in their lifetime. It seems as if they will never die. But today, they are already blown as the chaff in the wind. I can see a great big throne like a chair, and many rulers have sat on that chair before, and they are no more. But now there are new ones who are sitting on that chair. What is the meaning of this? It is saying in essence that the chair will always remain, the throne will always remain, but the people that will sit on it will disappear. Let no man boast in himself, let no man be proud of his own strength, for the seat of rulership will always remain on the earth, from one generation to another, now and forever. I saw a great wall surrounding a city, and in that city there are full, overpopulated with lots of creatures. And the wall, they said, will be broken, but the invaders will use the creatures that are living in that city to overtake the city itself. This great city has the elites, and they are the ones that are controlling the city. But in this great group, there are some secrets that are not supposed to be leaked out. But there is one who is looking like a twin brother. He is the one that will leak out the secret to the spies. And that is how the place will be invaded. But many will be put in prison at last. Many will be killed. Many will flee for their lives. Many will run far away on exile, never to return to that city again. It is called the city of the walls, and the walls was broken into two. 21 also means separate them from each other, because there are some that are crying, "We want to go on our own. We want to form our own land. We want to form our own economy. We want to form our own country. Let us go." 21 will be the beginning of this revolution. The writer wrote, and I read, "I can see one passport, one currency, one business, one family, one nation, one speech. When that will begin, then the owner of this land will come and confuse their language. Many in those days will be arrested, especially those who fight against this big throne that is controlling the world. And there will be wailing, because many will be taken away from their family, wives separated from their husbands, husbands sent into the far land on a mission of no return, children separated from their families, and they will say all will be well, but it is not true. It is going to be spoken by the people who sits on the TV screen and make a lot of noise from morning till night. The streets will be full of tears as the rivers running towards the sea. And I see in the public square there will be a lot of people standing with placards in their hands, saying no to the throne. We have never lived like this before. Our peace has been taken away from us. The air will be sold for a great price. The medical section will make people eat and drink medicine like their food, morning, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. The days of health is gone. In those days, people will be used as an experiment. The days of using animals for experiment are already over, because the high intelligence of those people that will rule at that time to create a breed which is called a new breed of youngsters will be so high. The earth will be ruled in the method of a pyramid, but who is going to be the head? That is the reason why the two dragons are fighting. The spirit of corruption will increase the more in order for them to get their way to the top, so that they can be able to sit on that throne that I'm talking about, the pyramidal throne of control. And when they sit on that throne, after then, they will now begin to reduce that spirit of corruption by cutting off anyone that is on the lower level that will compromise against their judgment. That means corruption will be administered from only one office. In those days, it will be as if many are running away from the lion only to meet a bear. Even when you enter into the house, you will be beaten by a snake that is hanging on the wall. Then the men in that new generation will begin to ask one another, how can we run from this great oppression? They will say to each other, we have done all we could. We prayed. We seek the face of the throne of God, but no one heard our prayers. Do you know that the air that we breathe needs healing? The air is not happy, even the waters as well. Alas, the writer wrote, be not afraid. A new generation of spiritual leaders, strong in faith, has begun. For the former system and platform created by our leaders who are spiritually inclined has come to a close. But it is a pity that they are not aware, because the platform is still working and the system is still in operation. It has blinded their eyes to the truth. That is the reason they keep on calling on His name as if He is hearing them. But what is good is this. It is that the Spirit of God has already gone into the midst of the younger generation, and they have already selected who is going to take over the spiritual race of righteous and holy operations. The temple leaders will be silenced. They will be put in a box. They will be speaking from that box, but their voices will not be heard. Many of them will be disgraced by the throne that is controlling the earth. Why are all these things happening? God Himself has permitted a new chapter to begin. Chapter 6. Furthermore, I saw a turtle coming out from the great sea with a horn twisted together in a way that looked as if it is a crown on his head, which is a sign of oneness. And I saw people giving their blood in exchange for this device. A particular leader will be disgraced. He will receive a slap on his face and mocked by other leaders. And this man has a big nose. And I saw another creature that has the body of a lamb, but the head is the head of a man, but two horns. And they said, let us use him for our sacrifice. And that was what they did. At the end, he was assassinated by the people he trusted the most. Skin for skin, blood for blood, bones for bones. Every man shall pay with his own hands by his own deeds. Very welcome and thanks for listening. Watch out for part 4 of The Man Who Saw the Next Page. These are things that are about to happen, but they are spoken in parable. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share our videos. Shalom.